What's Your Take? Today we're going to talk about March Madness, the greatest time of the year. Let's get to some games. First, I want to talk about St. Peter's. They're going to the Sweet 16. A team that has never won an NCAA tournament game is now playing in the Sweet 16. That was the biggest upset, obviously, of the entire tournament. They went into overtime where they outlasted Kentucky, and Oscar Tshiebwe was the only one that showed up for the game for Kentucky, where he scored 30 points and grabbed 16 rebounds. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. 30 points, 16 rebounds for Oscar Tshiebwe. And no one else scored over 11 points for Kentucky, where St. Peter's point guard Banks scored 27, and then you had Eddard off the bench with 20. Team stats, field goal percentage. St. Peter's shot 51% from the field, where Kentucky only shot 43. St. Peter's was 9 for 17 on threes. 9 threes, where Kentucky only made 4. So 52, almost 53% for threes for St. Peter's and 27% on threes for Kentucky. What a great game that was. That was probably one of my favorite moments because that was such a big upset. Now was I mad too because I had Kentucky going far, but I did not think they would get upset like that. And Gonzaga almost got upsetted. They were down by 12 against Memphis. Drew Timme scores 4 points in the first half, then comes out in the second half and scores 25. Or scores 23 and ends up with 25. That was great. And he had Tennessee, Michigan. Was a great game. Went down the wire. It was 76-68. But the game was closer than what the score really read. Tennessee just could not hit a three. They usually shoot like 40-some% as a team, I think. And they shot 11% on threes. Only 2 for 18 on threes. Where Michigan went 37% and made at least 6. They went 6 for 16 on threes. And shot 50% from the field. And Dickerson had 27 for Michigan and 11 rebounds. And with their point guard Brooks, who also poured in 23 points and 5 assists. So that was one of the better games of the tournament. And then we got Baylor, North Carolina was good too. North Carolina was up 25 at one point. And then Manic gets ejected where he had 26 points and he shot 4 for 8 from the 3-point line. He gets ejected and then Baylor makes a comeback. And the reffing was pretty bad. Now, I was not all that upset because, well, I don't like North Carolina. But still, I would say the reffing was terrible for that game when Baylor made their comeback. They were letting them just foul all over the place. So Baylor comes back, sends it in overtime, and you think that Baylor's got it. The coach is pumped up, ready to go. The players believe they can win. But North Carolina was able to pull it out and win in overtime. And that was definitely the best comeback of the game because there weren't many big comebacks other than that one. Arkansas almost got upset by New Mexico State. Mexico State upsets UConn, which I had UConn going far, so that sucked. But UConn gets upset by New Mexico State. Let's see, the guy from Nebraska, Teddy Allen, who used to play for Nebraska, was their leading scorer, and good for Teddy Allen, I guess. Go somewhere where there's not much talent, and you can get the ball and be as much of a ball hog as you want to be. Teddy Allen had 37 against UConn, where UConn's R.J. Coley had 20 points. But other than that, he was the only one that really put up, besides Sanogo, who had 10 points, was the only one that really put up double digits and showed up to play against New Mexico State in the first round. Then New Mexico State almost upsets Arkansas. But Arkansas pulls away with the win. One of the most impressive, like, I guess losses by a team, but Creighton. I thought Creighton was going to get killed by like 30 points because their center went down. Both their point guards were out. But they hung in there with Kansas. Hawkins scored 14 points, 3 for 6 on threes, 5 for 13. Arthur Akuma, I probably said it wrong, but Arthur had 12 rebounds and 24 points. And Trey Alexander, he had 14 points. And Alex O'Connell had 16. And no help from their bench whatsoever. So it's all up to these 5 starters. And they only lost 72-79. Where I bet I was the only one that thought they would get destroyed. Because they lost like 3 really key pieces to the rotation. But who really showed up, they held Obaji to like 15 points, who averages 20 points a game. 5 of 14 on the field, 1 for 3 on threes. He had 8 rebounds though. Got a box out. But I think the guy that really came through for Kansas who came off the bench, was Remy Martin, who was picked to be Big 12 Player of the Year this year. Dealt with some injuries, fitting in with the team. And he just comes in at the biggest time of the season and scores 20 points off the bench. Hopefully we can see more of that. More play from him like that during the tournament. Another good game was Duke and Michigan State. I was worried about this game. I thought Duke was going to blow it maybe. Because Michigan State's always tough for them. And they're tough for anybody. Because they'll be an average team during the regular season and finish like 5, 6, 7 in the Big Ten. And then they show up to the tournament and they make the Final Four. So I was a little worried about this game being a Duke fan. But Duke showed up and fought through adversity and came through when it counted the most. Especially Pablo Banchero. He had 19 points. And went 2 for 5 from 3, but shot 8 for 14 from the field. Grabbed 7 rebounds. Mark Williams, I think he is like the key to this Duke team. Because if he plays good and helps down low, the Duke's going to win. He went 7 for 9 from the field and scored 15 points and 8 rebounds. And he's already got 10 blocks in the tournament. So, way to go for Duke for surviving and living another day for Coach K to win a national championship in his last year. Miami-Auburn. This is one of the most upsetting things, Auburn losing. I had Auburn to go to the Final Four and even to win it all in some of my brackets. But they did not play good. Credit to Miami, though, for showing up and beating them. Jabari Smith only had 10 points and shot 1 for 8 from the field, 3 for 16 or 1 from 8 from 3 for 16 from the field. Just was not a good day for Auburn overall. Walker Kessler only had 2 points. 2 points. So Miami did a good job at shutting down Auburn's best players. And now they'll play Iowa State in the Sweet 16. Iowa State held their defense really. They've been known for defense, and they showed that against Wisconsin, only holding them to 28% shooting from the field, beating them 49-54. So, all in all, some really good games. Like I said, you had upsets like St. Petersburg, Kentucky. Great performances from from Teddy coming out in the second half and scoring 23 or 21 of his 25 in the second half. And then you had missed shots, just so close. USC could have beat Miami in the first round, but they threw it up there at the end and they just banked off too hard. Otherwise, we would have seen a buzzer beater. The only buzzer beater I've seen so far in the tournament was when Notre Dame beat Rutgers and Notre Dame made a layup with 1.4 left. That was the only thing that's been bugging me. There's no buzzer beaters yet. So I'm waiting for a buzzer beater. But all in all, great tournament. Can't wait for the Sweet 16. It's going to be awesome. Let's go. March Madness, best time of the year.